What's up, people? Welcome to the Games at Large, episode 106. Sorry for the late start. Tonight we got with us the usual suspects. Shep, how you doing?
What's good? Local ADHD specialist. Let's do it.
Mr. T.
Hey there, fools.
Uh, Dr. Feel Good.
I messed him up with
Let me turn the volume down. Sorry.
that.
You know I'll be playing my video games, son.
Dr. Phil, where you at?
Hey, what's going on, people?
And we got Liger.
What's up? What's up?
All right, first things first. Splatfest, Team Cali versus Team Marie. I was Team Cali, so we lost. No biggie. Supposedly the last one, but I'm gonna let y'all handle that because I don't think it's gonna be the last one. But yeah, whatever. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a longer one, which I actually like the longer ones better than the 12-hour ones.
48 hours.
Yeah, I prefer the longer ones myself.
That's what she said.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Dude,
boy.
really, man?
Yeah,
Really,
I
bro?
wouldn't be me if I didn't say something weird and inappropriate. Come on.
Man, you got a baby in your hands, man. Come
I
on.
know, right?
He doesn't know what I'm talking about.
All right, when you start saying that stuff that you saying, don't say nothing when you start repeating stuff.
Oh, crap. You know what? Good point. He was at that stage.
Yeah. But so I'm gonna let y'all talk about y'all thoughts on this Splatfest starting with the Feel Good. Yeah, you start this off.
We lost. There's nothing else to say.
Salty.
Well, of course. Somebody's salty.
Damn,
It's not your fault that you said that.
I will say this. On my way to Cali King, I probably only lost a total of 4 matches, maybe 5. But I took a break after I got to Cali King, came back like later that night, and played for like maybe 5 or 6 hours straight, just trying to add up the wins. And I think I probably lost more than I won due to idiot teammates. But
Same boat.
I mean, I'm
Blame
sorry.
it on the rain.
You know what? I'm going to be blaming it on you because at least I can say every time I scored my points, I did what I was supposed to do. But when you have
Wow.
we got 3 people inking the same area, it kind
This salt is real, bro. How was your weekend? Are you okay?
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Don't worry, bro. I'm gonna give you a big hug.
I've been there.
All right, yeah, you can hug me. All right, go ahead.
But for the record, though, I'll tell you this real quick.
If I have
Doc,
64 under my shirt.
But Doc, just to be real with you though, I've had the same problem. There've been many matches I lost because my teammates sucked. It happens.
I don't want to hear that.
I mean, I'll score over 10, 1,200, 1,400 points and still lose, and I'll be wrecking people.
I don't care.
Sometimes it happens.
My team lost, and they're a bunch of idiots. Simple. Except for Jay, of course.
No, we had the same problem. We actually played together twice last night, dude.
Wow, that's cool.
Who was in there?
That's good.
But,
That's
yeah,
awesome. I would have loved to play Splatfest with one of my homies.
I think
when
overall
I
showed
was
up
actually
in
playing,
my
though,
matches too.
the problem was when I was playing, like, there was no Team Marie, so most of my matches was Team Cali versus Team Cali.
That only happened to me once last night out of the entire time I played Splatfest. One time.
They happened to me like 10 times.
And for the vote to be so almost even on the popularity, the only time I really have seen that happen is when the vote's like a landslide. Like when it was Pirates versus Ninjas.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was Ninjas versus Ninjas 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Pirates still won. Somehow.
Well, for me, I have not played Splatoon.
Filthy pirates.
I have not played
Sorry.
Splatoon in a long time, so to get back in there and to have fun like I did, it was awesome. I mean, my tricks still work. Thank goodness. I was Team Marie, and I didn't lose. I think I lost maybe about like you, Doc, like maybe 4 or 5 matches. Most of the times I won. And also I put up a post on my I put up a post on my on the Google Plus for my account of when I after the what do you call it, the results came in, like to see all the people in the Incopolis posted this stuff on, you know how they do the post and it goes the bubble heads above them. Everybody was like, you know what, good job, Team Marie, and hey, good Team Cali. But it was all about fun and sportsmanship, other than Doc being salty. But it was all good and no negativity. Shoot, even that one post that I reposted on my also on Google Plus with the guy was like, you know what, this was a fun game. I want to give hats off to Nintendo for even making the game, because I never had this much fun in a long time. I like that. Just talk about gaming and fun.
Sorry.
That's exactly how I feel about Team Cali and some of the people I teamed up with.
He gets excited at the end of each match.
Whatever. Don't be salty, man. Don't tell me I gotta send Doritos over there to get that
I'm surprised at how salty you are, dude. I mean, I know you get salty, but wow.
No, let me give you the real reason for my salt. So you know they implement the whole squid power thing like a few months back, right, for Splatfest.
Yeah.
Well, my squid power, I was trying. You know, the higher it is, the more points you get for a win, which is good towards the Splatfest team. Well, you know, once you get like above 1600, you max it out, and it's like you get like 8 points per win instead of 5. I'm trying to get up to like 1700, and about 7 times in a row, I would get like 1 win away from being above 1700, and then lose like 4 matches.
Dang.
It feels kind of like rank mode, and I'm not gonna lie, the closest I got, I kid you not, I got up to 1699. I said, "Whoo! I just need 1 more win. I'll be above 1700. I can stop playing." And I lost 8 matches straight.
Doc, I have some perfect advice for you. Go back to Call of Duty. You are too serious for Splatoon. You need to.
Exactly.
This game is for fun.
Just relax. It's all about
You're
fun.
sounding. You know what you're sounding like? You're sounding like Orange Juice and Smash Brothers.
No, I don't start that. I'm sorry. When I see teammates painting walls instead of turf, when I see 2 guys split blocking around.
For the record, don't get me wrong. Some of those complaints are legit. No arguments there. I get it. I get pissed too.
Okay, Jay, let me give you an example of what I saw happen. And this game we actually won, but I left the lobby immediately because this dude, I can tell he was from rank mode. We were on Kelp Dome. The moment the match started, this dude had a charger. He jumped off the platform and he literally walked all the way over to the first like crosswalk, and they started sniping people. He didn't ink anything along the way. He literally jumped down and walked over there.
Oh, so he didn't know what he was doing.
No, he knew what he was doing because he racked up like a good 7 kills with the charger, but he only came there to kill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he didn't know what he was doing.
And I'm sitting here like, dude, did you really just walk off and not paint a single drop of the turf? He walked from that platform all the way over to the upper level bridges.
Man. These dudes be playing it like it's Call of Duty. I'm telling you.
Gee, they don't get the point.
This like it's all about inking, baby. Come on.
But again, Doc, I had situations like that in my play. You know what? I didn't bother with them. Because you can't talk to them, which is thank God I can't. And the other part is, you know what? Again, I'm having fun, whatever. I still came back and won by 2-3 points because I did what I had to do. So I don't care.
Man, I didn't lose or win because I didn't participate.
You dirty bastard.
Like, I didn't lose no win.
Well,
I wanted to, but I had stuff to do.
well, you know.
Hey, life, bro. Stuff happens.
Yeah,
Live.
it was fun though. It was a fun little Splatfest though. I got to give them that.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It's the last one, right?
Well, that's what they
It's
said.
supposed to be the last one. Well, at least
It's
first.
the last. Okay,
This one.
Let's be clear. It's the last Splatfest. It's not the last event on Splatoon.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna come up with something else.
I'm sure there'll be more Splatfest in Splatoon 2 anyway. So.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that'll do something else. But yeah, okay. But again, for anybody out there who did a good job and got other than being salty like the one in our archives right here, good job, having fun. That's what all I like.
You know what? Like you're right, Jay. Good job, man.
Well,
Good job.
Doc,
you did your part.
Wait, Doc.
Hey.
Just to be clear, just to give him some leeway, I was salty at one point that I actually stopped playing for an hour. because I was killing it, and my team just kept losing no matter what I did. 1,200, 1,300, 1,400. I was like killing. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just gonna come back later.
Walk away. You just gotta walk away.
Yeah. So I just put down the controller and I came back an hour and a half later, and I had a blast.
Because usually what happened to me when I was playing with the people that was doing ridiculous stuff, I just left out the lobby and went and joined another one.
Yep. Just drop out and rejoin.
About 10 times when I did that, I would drop out and go right back out of the lobby and go right back in. It would group me with at least 2 of those same people. In one match, this girl, she just threw the match completely. It threw me right back in there. So, and you're locked in the lobby. I cut my console off and cut it back on. I said, there is no way in hell I'm going to walk back into a loss.
Wow.
I can't blame you on that one, though. I can't blame you.
All right.
I mean, like I said, I get it, but the level of saltiness is a little high. I mean, just so you know that. You may want to stop playing Splatoon for a little while, you know. Play something less violent and more calm, like Call of Duty or Mortal Kombat, you know.
Nah, I might gotta send Doritos over to his house to get some salt on for me.
Well, the saltiness aside, San Diego Comic-Con it's wrapping up today, but it started, I want to say, Thursday night, and there was a lot of stuff going on in San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know if you guys have caught any of the YouTube videos. There's a lot of games and movies and TV shows, and seeing as how
we totally geeked out. I loved it.
This is probably like the best San Diego Comic-Con I've seen in years. From everybody. Marvel.
It almost felt more like less like a well, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it was just one of the best ones I've seen in a long time. And so
Geek Festival.
What we want to do is talk a little bit about some of the, if you have seen it, some of the stuff some of the highlights, I guess you could say. And seeing as how, I guess I'll start this one off. Well, you know what? No. Shep. Kingsglaive trailer. Kingsglaive trailer. Now they actually put a release date for theaters, but from what I understand, it was supposed to be select, but this said nationwide.
No, what it says is select theaters nationwide.
Select theaters nationwide. Okay. Well, what do you think about the Kingsglaive trailer?
I have to admit.
Just so I can be clarified, this said King Arthur one or whatever.
No. This is Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, the movie that's coming with it.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about. They released what was the second trailer?
Yeah.
Shep?
Yeah, it was the second one. No, it could have been the third. I'm not sure, but it's not the first. It's easily the second.
Yeah, I know it's not
because the first one was a while back.
Yeah, the first one is Noctis and Regis at a dinner table. So I know this is like this should be like the last one. So I just want to get your thoughts on it because I know me and you talked about it briefly. But
okay.
So what do you think?
There are some minor concerns because it felt reminiscent of I forgot what it's called, not Advent Children. Not Advent Children per se. Huh?
Spirits Within?
Just a touch, not a lot. But I am glad from the little bits we saw, it looked like they actually had a storyline. Because even though I enjoyed Advent Children, that was a very fragmented movie.
Yes, it was.
It was very fragmented. Like, whether you played the game or not, you would still be a little bit lost. Mm-hmm. You had to pay close attention to Advent Children. One thing I liked from what I saw is they seem to have been feeding you with an actual storyline. I'm hoping they stick to that, because if they do, that look like it could be a really awesome movie.
Yeah. Now,
I mean, there's more I could say, but...
I will say this, there is a bit of a spoiler alert in there. Sean Bean is in there, so you know what that means.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, he ain't living. He's not going to make it today. That is a spoiler alert for people who don't understand. Sean Bean is in the movie. He's 9 times out of 10, he's going to die. So, that being said...
But it's going to be a glorious death worthy of him and his name.
T, did you get a chance to see the trailer?
I did not, sorry.
Okay, so I'll come back to you on that one. Did anybody else get a chance to see it? Before I move on to the next one.
No, I didn't get
Yeah.
to see it, but I would
I
definitely
mean,
watch it while I'm on the cast.
Gotcha. And
We'll watch
like
it real quick. Chop
you're
chop.
working. Um,
yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it through there because we work with the my company was working with doing the movie. That's what our connection was screening because
Oh, there we go, big shot.
what?
whatever, whatever.
No, but you seriously saw it?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
behind the scenes or whatever?
Yeah, before again, it's one of those things that we got privy to before anything happens. Yes, I didn't
Ah,
see. I didn't
Okay.
see that. I didn't see that Comic Con. No, because I told you before I got on. I didn't watch nothing through Comic
yeah,
Con.
we got to change that. So
Yeah, for real.
moving right
That's
along.
See,
it.
even
It's one of
Joe.
those.
See,
It
my
is one
son
of those.
agrees. He's like, let's go.
Okay, basically what it is what the movie says up to be. It's gonna be one of those things that's gonna incorporate the setup of the game. That's how we setting up the movie to be when it comes
Well,
out.
that's kind of a given, but
Yeah,
okay.
no, I know that's a given. Yes. So, but a lot of people, like I said, because a lot of people is talking about how the anime is. Oh, I heard something background. They were talking about how the anime is taken away from certain things, and I think they want to be on what the fourth episode now on the anime. Like the
Third.
show, the third. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm behind, really behind then, because I thought
Yeah.
it was out. No, I thought the fourth was already out the way they scheduled it, so I thought it was already
I
out.
think it's
Okay,
supposed to come out in August.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, it looks good. They're showing off the spot Chef was saying, like they're showing off the spots of what the game is gonna be that's a given, but it's not to be fragmented as Advent Children, because it is if you never played the game Advent Children, you will be lost. That is true if anybody ever watched it. But most people who listen to us right now, they mostly know at least the Final Fantasy VII lore.
Yeah.
But this one, since this is a whole new, this game is built from scratch. They're trying to make sure. That's why they spend so much money into this game. That's why they're going with the Sony has sunk a lot of money into advertising and everything. You got a movie, you have the anime, you have the game. They're trying to make sure that you have a full experience with this whole franchise with 15. Because this really is, other than Final Fantasy VII getting redone, this is really what's that phrase? Coup de grace,
Coup de grace.
coup de grace. Yeah.
Okay.
If they read the first part, this is the first time in a long time. This is if this flops, it is kind of final. This will be the Final Fantasy. So like I said, the money budget for this game, for the game, the movie, and the anime, and everything is up there, and I hope people enjoy it. I'm happy that they showed it at Comic Con because, like I said, I didn't watch it, but I'm happy that they get people hyped up.
Yeah. Because it comes out in about a month and a half.
Mm. And yeah, and select like Shepard said is select theaters across America.
There should be a map inside the manual.
I just watched it. I mean, it looks good, but I also heard the tail end of what Liger was saying that the production for all this together. I only want to see the accounting books on this one.
I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody does too.
I mean, they did all this. I could see this needing to sell about 10, 15 million copies just to break even.
Minimal. And that's the thing. But they said it all comes together. So it's the truth. This could be their Final Fantasy.
I mean, they kept saying that for years, so whatever. All right.
Well, that's true. That is true.
They've been saying that for years, but they have not sunk in this much money into this game before. And like I said, Sony already done put $100 million into this for advertisement and stuff like that. So no.
Well, I'll put it like this. I hope it does well.
I hope so.
I hope it does well. 'Cause,
I hope so too.
I mean, even though I'm not a fan of the Uchiha clan, I will say that
You come on, people. Let's be real. You know you're gonna see the man Genkyo ship. Well, I can't even say it properly. And Genkyo Shaiyan towards the end of the game.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen. His eyes gonna turn red. You're gonna see them shurikens.
But nah, I'm hoping the game does well because, like I said, I've actually been looking forward to playing this since 2006. So
Dang.
Damn.
I mean,
And the sad part is he is not exaggerating at all.
I mean,
I'm not lying, though.
that's when they first did. They used that. Did they actually present like a a tech demo as like the
No,
selling point for the PS3 when they talked about
no,
this
no,
game?
no, no.
I
That
think the
was
Last
the tech
Guardian was
demo.
announced the same time too.
Yeah, that wasn't the tech demo. The tech demo was the Final Fantasy VII train sequence. That was the tech
Yep.
demo
Oh
for PS3.
Yep.
This was what they showed. That was a year later. Was what they
And that
showed.
was one of the coolest and Final Fantasy trailers I've ever saw at that time.
Yeah. So, I mean, like
Bastards.
I said, I'm looking forward to this one. But all right. So next on the docket, and T, this is for you, my DC fanboy brother, in arms. Uh, two things. One, and this is for Vicky also. One word. Shiva. Walking Dead season 7 trailer. Dude, I saw
Yo.
Shiva, man. They might get me back into the show, man. They showed me Shiva.
Is that all it's gonna take, man?
Yep, a tiger, a big tiger. Yes. That's what it's gonna take. But I want to get your thoughts on that trailer because I thought the trailer looked okay. They didn't show
Anything?
what everybody want to see, who he killed, and they did a good job of shadowing that.
Yeah. Well, a couple people, obviously, they let loose that it wasn't going to be these people because they showed them in the trailer for the next season, so they're still alive.
Oh, and they renewed their contracts.
Right. That didn't help either. That we got that information for hiding. But yeah, I mean, it
Y'all
was okay.
nerds know too
Trailer.
much sometimes.
It's a trailer, basically recapping the last season with a little bit of the next season at the end of the trailer, which was good. Yeah, Shiva looked pretty good. I was a little worried about the CGism, but Shiva looks pretty good. Excited, man. The funny thing is that I started watching Z Nation a few months ago. I don't know if you know what that show is. It's like all right, so I started watching that, and it was like the first season was not very, but pretty reminiscent of like Walking Dead, and it was just like, all right, so they're kind of doing a Walking Dead, but a little bit different.
I thought that was more of a comedy.
Well, then the second season went off the rails. Like it was like, screw the Walking Dead. We're gonna do our own thing. We're not gonna try to be like the Walking Dead. And it was weird because I'm watching this trailer, and not that it was comedy, just the feel I got from this trailer made it feel like more like it was doing what Z Nation does. It was kind of weird for me, but
I can see that.
you know what I'm saying? Like the feel of it, not so much the tone or whatever. It felt really different from what we got from the previous seasons of Walking Dead. And that's what Z Nation did. It just said screw first season for the most part. Towards the end of the first season when it started going off the rails a little bit. But season 2 is completely off the rails. It's more comedy and crazy. Like the cheese wheel thing. There's a giant cheese wheel rolling through every episode in the background. You don't always see it, and it's like just smashing into zombies, and it's getting more and more zombies, and it just keeps rolling through the Midwest. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you get in Z Nation. So it's very different from Walking Dead. But yeah, Walking Dead. Very excited for it because I know the storylines going into this season, and it should be pretty interesting stuff. So.
Now, you know what I'm about to ask you about two movies. One of them, the official trailer was released for fans, and then the other movie, it wasn't an official trailer. It was just a montage they did just for Comic-Con.
Comic-Con thing, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so first one's we're not gonna go the Ben Affleck one first. We're doing Wonder Woman first, since that was the official trailer. Yeah, Gal Gadot. Yeah, I can see this working.
Gal Gadot completely shut me up.
Yeah.
Like, cause I was like Gal Gadot, however you say her name. Sorry. Yeah. I think it's Gadot. But I was one of the staunchest. No, not her. And I saw Batman vs Superman. She was one of the best parts of it, and she looks great in this movie too. So.
I like her costume.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
She looks boss.
And I like the theme.
And the theme, I love the theme music. Her theme music is one of the best superhero theme music I've ever heard.
Yes.
I love it to death.
Now I read somewhere that the villains for the movie is supposed to be Enemy Ace, Discord, and Eric.
Oh, really?
They're gonna bring him in right off the bat. Okay.
In the background in there somewhere, but I didn't know who was actually going to be in. I didn't see any of that stuff yet.
Well, the Discord was the girl with the chick with the messed up face.
Yeah, so yeah. Oh yeah, that is
that's her.
Discord. Yeah, that was a quick little shot at her.
Aries. I can't tell who's Aries, but
yeah, I didn't see Aries. And
I was reading on Screen Rant that they were saying it's supposed to be three villains for her movie. So I'm like, okay, interesting.
Well, okay,
I don't think you'll see them all doing stuff. I think Aries especially, you won't see him do much.
He probably won't be to the end, won't he?
Well, I have a question. Whatever they touched on in Batman vs Superman, is this what they're going? Is this going to be the plot of the movie?
No. Not for Wonder Woman, no.
Not Wonder Woman, no.
No.
Because I remember him showing that picture of her.
Well, that part, where he's talking about the World War I, and so you're gonna see what happened that kind of turned her off to mankind, basically, during that war.
Okay.
So yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. So.
And what is up with them putting so many villains in a single movie? Like, haven't they learned their lesson yet from Spider-Man and a few others?
Hold on.
Again.
In a Wonder Woman movie, I think it works because of how her villains are set up. If they're doing this like I think they're doing this, it's gonna make sense because Ares and Discord usually work together anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be like having three villains. It'll probably be like having two. You just got three in there because two of them actually work together.
Mm-hmm.
And they got to give Chris Pine something to do. So Enemy Ace is like his bad guy.
His bad guy, yeah.
Yeah, he can't just be sitting there. It'll be weird if he's just sitting there.
Be like Hawkeye.
Yeah. They don't want to do that.
Gotta give him something to do, man.
Yeah. You don't want a Hawkeye situation.
Come to my farmhouse. Let's hang out.
I must say, I did love that last line. Was like, what's in the system? Oh, they just do whatever I tell them to do. Go watch something. I said, well, that's called slavery.
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
That was awesome.
Where I'm from, that's called slavery.
Now we're moving to your boy Arthur Curry Drogo. In the Justice League trailer. Now, I like what they did. I like what they did with the trailer. I have one little small problem.
Mm-hmm.
The Flash. Why did they try to make it seem like he ain't got no friends?
I know. What was up with that?
Like
that was kind of weird.
I'm sorry.
And why did they actually draw that out in this trailer? It's like, hold on, really? Is this gonna be the trailer, really?
I'm like, come on now.
He's got friends. It was almost like he's got family. It was almost like they were channeling Quicksilver from the X-Men universe.
Yeah.
Where he was just kind of his recluse in his basement,
But wait, hold on. It's more like a combination of that, and they're trying to channel Peter Parker. Think about it. Look at the way he was doing, and you notice how young they made him, and the fact that he's recluse. I mean, it's kind of. I don't know how I feel about that. It was a little funny, but Barry Allen.
Let me just say, as the resident DC fanboy, I'll put it out there. I get a little annoyed when people say, "Oh, this is kind of like this Marvel guy." Well, these guys came before.
Okay, wait. Let me clarify. I am a huge Flash fan. I've been a long Flash fan from day one. I remembered a lot of this stuff, so I don't mean like that. I'm saying
I'm
like
just saying. I'm not
DC
putting it out there because I hear that. It's like, oh, they're.
Oh yeah. Well, that's from those idiots that wasn't even into comic books in the first place. Those are just
Iron
the
Man is basically
that's like the people who say that Iron Man is better than Batman from Marvel or whatever. I'm like, no, fail. Two different companies.
Hey man, he is better.
You can like both.
Okay. You can't like both. Cause I like both.
You can't like both.
Yeah,
I like both.
Exactly. I don't know what these people are.
No, Jay. In today's community, you can't. You either PlayStation or Xbox.
You have to pick a side.
Or you're Iron Man. You cannot be.
I don't pick sides, dude.
You have to pick a side, man. Pick a side.
Okay,
if y'all listen to Fresh Take, y'all know I'm against Bryan Singer.
Hey, if you own both Batman and Iron Man comics, you are a traitor.
Well, I'm a traitor then.
Yeah, I'm a traitor.
Actually, I was never a big fan of Iron Man until we got to the movies. He was okay to me. Now Batman, on the other hand, I was a Batman fan from day one, but Iron Man, I was kind of like, okay.
All right. Well, let me ask you. Let me ask y'all this then. I kind of like how they did the setup for the Justice League thing, where you have him like saying he doesn't know who's coming. He just has a feeling somebody's coming.
Because
And it goes with Batman, and it goes with Batman's character.
Excuse me, Bruce Wayne is the Tony Stark's.
No, he's not. Not even close.
No, that's what they're saying. Is that Bruce Wayne is Tony Stark's in this? You know, he's the Tony Stark's of Justice League. He's going around recruiting everybody. So.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Like, do you think that's a good choice for them doing it, having him be the one to do it?
He's the only one I think.
He's the only one with the resources and the knowledge.
Right. He has the resources. He has to pull. Look, I mean, Wonder Woman couldn't even open the damn file without, Batman opening it first. She stole it from him and couldn't open it, and she had to give it back to him. So obviously he has the best resources to go around and find everybody. So.
Well, I will say this, another one. The only other thing that I didn't like, I don't like how they got Cyborg looking.
It's better than I expected, to be honest with you.
I feel like he's more realistic.
Unless that's like the earlier.
I was gonna say, I think that's an early build of Cyborg.
Wait, the funny thing is when he brought up Cyborg, everyone was like, it's like you're not for or against, you're just mad.
I just don't like the way, like in the. I don't like the way it looked. It looked
It looked very cyborgish. It didn't look cyborgish.
Wasn't it too much chrome? I thought it was too much chrome.
That's what I want to say. It looked too much chrome, and he looked like, I don't know what it looked like.
It just looked kind of ghetto. I'll say it.
Ghetto?
Okay, yeah.
Bling, motherfucker.
Hey, I mean, when I say ghetto, I just mean like all the chrome, all the flash. To me, it was just too much.
Really, I thought it was. I thought it was not that flashy. That's kind of what I wanted it to be, a little bit more flashy.
I wanted to be a little bit more smoothed
more
out,
bulky. Because Cyborg's,
Yeah, but if that's just like the first like when he just gets fixed, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay with that.
I think that's what it is with me. I feel like because the guy playing him is a big guy, and you can't really tell that. He almost looks almost like a T1000 or something, or T100, T8. What is it?
A T800.
T800. Sorry, T800. He kind of looks like he's kind of small in stature to me. So I'm hoping that they add some.
I'm gonna have to watch that again because he didn't seem super small to me.
Add some plates to him. Add some flair.
Yeah, when you see it in the trailer, it's at that point where it's him, Flash, Wonder Woman, and Batman, and he's.
I know the scene you're talking about. I saw it. I just
so creepy.
I guess it wasn't pretty. He did look airy, but I didn't mind it. It looked a little cool to me. But
I liked it because it was a little bit off-putting, and I think he should be, at least initially, because if you saw that little clip in BBS, like that disturbed me. Like I found it disturbing.
Yeah.
When he was sitting there, being formed and whatnot, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so weird. It was like, dare I say, the RoboCop remake when they had him looking at himself.
You know what? That is what it looks like.
That's what it felt like.
I watched it. I have it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's on Netflix and Amazon, dude. So yeah.
I have it. I bought it on sale on Black Friday like 2 years ago. So
but
like $3 or something.
That scene to me was the most RoboCop-ish of the remake, where it was just like so off-putting.
Yeah.
To see him just from his head and that little area what little area they could save of his body.
Yeah.
That's what
I like that.
I got from watching Cyborg. I was like, oh.
T, you think they're gonna actually show that part in the movie?
What's that?
Like him getting blown up? You think they're gonna show
I hope so. In Justice League?
Yeah.
They need to show something, man. Come on. It's an origin. It's an origin, right?
Well, no,
you can't just give us that little clip in BBS and keep it moving. We got to see. I think we're gonna see, because they showed him walking around normal with his little high school jacket on and whatnot.
So they got to at least show at least a snippet of that.
The reason why I ask is he actually supposed to get his own movie before.
Yeah, he's getting his own movie. Oh, is he?
Yeah,
before part 2.
Oh.
Before part 2.
Yeah, before part 2.
Right.
Because they're doing part 1 next year, and it's supposed to be like 3 or 4 movies, and then part 2.
Well, I do have a question though. Is this Justice League movie going to be PG-13 or rated R?
PG-13. Don't
PG-13.
don't
Rated
don't,
R.
yeah,
Well,
don't.
reason I'm asking because you know how ever since the success of Deadpool, more studios are considering
Yeah.
making their movies rated R.
No,
Fox.
no.
Yeah, they're not
Deadpool is Deadpool. Everything else is everything
Deadpool,
else.
that works for Deadpool. That don't
yeah,
work for
that
everything.
doesn't work for everything. So yeah.
Although I think if they do an X-Force movie, they should probably push.
No, they shouldn't.
No,
No, they
I
shouldn't.
don't think so.
No, they shouldn't.
I
Because
think they should.
as much
Let's
as
rock the
people,
boat.
as much as people want that to be rated R, a lot of people don't even know who X-Force is.
Yeah, I don't think you should
Which is
come out
which
the
is a
gate
shame.
rated R with that X-Force.
Yeah.
You
Now,
gotta
if you're
open that
talking about
audience
the
up.
Wolverine-led X-Force
But
team,
actually,
if you're talking about the Wolverine-led
Mm.
X-Force team, then yes, that's rated R.
Then we can talk. Yeah, then we can talk
But if
rated
you're
R.
talking about the Cable one with Cannonball, Boom Boom, and the rest of
that
no,
is
that's not
true.
rated R.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's not
That is
rated R.
true. You're right. I miss Boom Boom. Sorry.
That's just younger X-Men. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, but if you're talking the one that Wolverine led like 4 years ago, yeah, that's rated R.
Well,
Yeah.
well, actually, I never saw the Wolverine team, so I'm lost on that, to be honest. Remember, I left comic books for about almost 10 years. I just got back 2 years ago,
Oh, okay.
so I'm still catching up.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's that. And speaking of that, let's go right on into Marvel. So Marvel laid down a gauntlet.
They're like, oh, y'all think you ready? Okay, let me show you how it's done.
They showed Luke Cage, the full trailer for Luke Cage, and a panel. They showed the teaser for the Defenders. I don't know why they did that. They
Yeah,
showed,
what? Leave that alone. Continue.
Yeah, they showed the teaser for Iron Fist. Don't really know why they did that. They showed a full trailer for Doctor Strange, and they did a panel for Black Panther last night.
Wow. They ain't messing around.
T, you gonna love this. Guess who's in Black Panther?
I have no idea.
Michonne.
What?
She's the leader of the bodyguards.
Wow.
She got cast.
Lovely.
The betrayal.
So yeah.
I can't wait to see her switch.
Oh,
Isn't
man.
she the one who turns around? Oh, hold on, that could be a spoiler. Let me shut up.
Yeah, don't spoil anything, man.
Yeah, don't do that. But first things first, Luke Cage, September 30th. We finally got a full trailer.
Nice. I haven't seen anything. I just saw the Justice League stuff at like 2 in the last night. So
The Luke Cage one is only like a minute 29.
Mhm.
And basically they just show Luke. Apparently they're giving him a hallway scene, and they played it.
Oh,
to
I got what you mean.
that hallway scene.
They played it.
Well, isn't part of the team on Daredevil working on that too, or something like that? I don't know.
No, he's working on the Defenders.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, I learned something.
Well, if that's the case, he definitely earned it from Daredevil, man. Because wow.
Yeah.
My favorite Marvel character. And
Basically-
lovely stuff.
Basically, you have Mike Coulter walking down the hallway getting shot. At what point, as a henchman, do you see bullets not working and you still shooting?
I asked that in every superhero movie, TV show, like, bro,
Well,
it's not working. Those first 30 shots,
but,
you gotta
but
cut it
for
out
the
and get out of
record,
there.
okay, you guys are talking common sense, but you have to remember, when you put in that situation, some people lose their minds. They get so scared, they just start doing stupid shit. Because that's the last function that went through their brain before everything went to crap.
The most egregious example of this is you guys have seen Superman
Shadow
Returns.
can tell you.
Superman
yeah.
Returns when he's on a roof and he's using that
yeah.
50 cal or whatever, he's blasting Superman and he's just walking through it. Okay, then Superman walks up to the dude, he pulls out a gun, a little 9 milli, and shoots him again in the head or in the eye. It's like,
In the
why
eye.
did you?
I like
If
that
the
eye
50 cal
shot.
ain't working on the dude, like what you pulling out a knife? Like, come on. That's
Well, in his defense, maybe he was hoping that his eye isn't as powerful as the rest of his body. So I don't know. Shoot him in the eye, he might get hurt.
Well, maybe you felt that the suit was invincible and not the skin.
Well,
But
Yeah.
everybody knows Superman at this point. Like, you know his whole. You had the interview with Lois. You know everything. Oh, you know his strengths. You know
Okay,
his
let's-
weaknesses. Like,
Okay, let's take it to another level, my friend. Would you be a villain if you know Superman existed?
Probably not.
Exactly. So that's proof right there how stupid these people are in the first place.
I'm trying to find out how to get on Team Superman is what I'm trying to do. Not not piss him off. Like
the funniest thing, because T, you did bring up a good point. When you see one of your homeboys get wrapped up in a car door, thrown down the hallway, that's when you stop and start readjusting your life.
Yeah, that should trigger something in your brain. That
I'm sorry, but even to a less extent, if I were to see Daredevil tearing guys apart in a hallway, I think I would exit stage left.
yeah.
Because my thing is, if I see 6, 7, 8 bodies all laying on the ground struggling to get up in a hallway, and there's only one dude in a red suit standing, I'm just gonna assume that if I go in this fight, I'm gonna get my ass kicked too.
You just sitting there thinking, oh, they didn't do it right. I know how to do it right.
No, exactly. And he's probably tired by now, so I'm gonna take advantage of him being tired.
He's stumbling around. He's bleeding a little bit. I can take advantage of that, but no, you can't.
Yeah. So I think the Luke Cage hallway fight is gonna be hilarious, just because of the simple fact that you're like, dude, you just saw 5 dudes with HK MP5s not work. What are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
Power Man, biatches. Sorry.
But they did do a good job of showing Cottonmouth, and I got to give it to Marshall Ali. That dude he's a good actor.
What is dude's weakness? Like, I'm not as familiar with Luke. I know Luke Cage, but I'm not as familiar. Like, what do people use to get at him?
Luke?
Yeah.
His libido?
Nah.
No, I'm just playing. I'm
sure they
What
used
the
his wife
hell,
before
man?
here and there.
They've usually, because the thing with Luke is his power set, because a lot of people just think he's invulnerable. He actually has superhuman strength, invulnerability, and he has a slight healing factor. Nothing like Wolverine's, but if you like break one of his bones, it's gonna heal up in a day, as opposed to like 6 weeks. The thing is, his skin can't break, but his bones can. You could do internal damage to him, but the problem is he's so dense and he's that strong. It's gonna take somebody to actually do that. Now, back in the original comic, Cottonmouth had like some implants on his teeth that was coated with adamantium, and that's how he could bite them.
Ah.
But they can't use adamantium because X-Men.
Because adamantium, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're gonna use. Maybe they're not even gonna do that. They're just gonna have him as a crime boss. I don't know.
Well, they can call it.
He was a gangster. Cottonmouth was a gangster. Stryker was just a jackass. So,
Viper dude. That was a Spider-Man villain. That's right.
Yeah,
Well, they can call it
sorry.
unobtainium or something.
Yeah. So
Okay, hold on. Come on now.
Titanium from the flux capacitor.
Exactly.
but
That's the most blamed.
yeah,
What
what is
ever
this?
made.
What is this? The core? I'm like, come on now.
now
He said the core. Oh man.
I will say this: with that little Defenders teaser where they had Stick basically talking, basically saying that the 4 of you think you can save New York and you can't even save yourselves. I'm glad Stick gonna be in that. I love Stick. Stick is awesome.
Oh, excuse
It
me.
is awesome, man.
Excuse me.
Scott Glenn is awesome, dude.
Yeah, we thought Scott Glenn is the man. So.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, Chef.
In fact, no, forget it.
What you
Continue,
doing?
guys.
It's
Continue.
like you typing on a 1960s typewriter.
No, that's not me. That's not me.
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry.
I'm like UT. I was waiting for the bell to ring.
Yeah.
That's the fight.
Exactly.
Sorry.
All right. Did anybody see the Doctor Strange trailer?
Yes.
Okay,
I have not seen the new one.
right now. I'm gonna have to watch that in 3D because that movie looked crazy.
Yeah, it does. It gave me that kind of Inception feel.
Yeah.
It should be crazy.
And I said to myself, like, yeah, I think I may want to watch this in 3D. If it's available, I do want to see it there. Because I can see this one not just having a couple of 3D moments like most 3D cash grabs, but I can see most of it being in 3D.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Legion?
The way that trailer
Sorry.
looks, the way they did it, it looks like they're gonna do a lot of mind trip stuff.
Yeah.
And
that's where you want to really pop that 3D. I think that's when you make it distinctive. Those
And
little segments.
I cannot think of a better actor to play Stephen Strange than Benedict Cumberbatch.
He's perfect. I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah.
People said that before he was cast. Like, he's the perfect casting for.
If you've seen Sherlock, the new Sherlock from BBC, then you know he's the perfect actor for this.
Yeah.
because this should be actually boss. Now the question
like,
is,
he's like Wesley Snipes when he do Blade. It's just
Yeah.
like a guy comes along and he's perfect for that role. And that's
it. That's pretty much it. So I'm thinking because Chiwetel Ejiofor is in it as well, playing Baron Mordo. I'm thinking that strange. Baron Mordo is supposed to be a bad guy, so I'm guessing this is gonna be before that.
Mm.
I'm guessing because he's a good guy in this one, so I'm guessing this is gonna be before that. Mads Mikkelsen is the bad guy. I can't say his name. It starts with a K, but I can't say it. It's Casellas or something like that. I'm interested. I'm very interested. It looks like it's gonna be a nice little 3D movie that I can watch because I usually don't watch 3D movies in 3D because I just have time. It's only like Doc said, it's only 1 or 2 scenes, and that's a waste of money.
Now, I have a question.
Waiting on the next Avatar for the 3D.
I hadn't watched all the trailers yet for everything that's at Comic-Con, but are all these movies dropping next year?
No, actually, most Doctor Strange is November 4th.
It's this year, yeah.
Yeah. Justice League, the Wonder Woman is next June. The Justice League stuff, the reason why they did that was because DC is trying to
build a hype.
Not build a hype. Cover people's fears from BVS.
Yeah.
Because they caught a lot of flack for BVS. And
which is some bullshit. Well, never mind.
Yeah. And they're trying to give people confidence.
Y'all didn't catch the vision. That's why.
They're trying to give people the confidence back that they know what they're doing. So.
Yeah. I'm not a blind fanboy. I know there are issues with Batman vs Superman. I can admit that, but a 30 on Rotten Tomatoes, really?
Yeah, that wasn't.
Really?
And me and T talked about that. I think a lot of critics was waiting to pounce.
They were just, yeah.
They was waiting.
The movie got issues. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
But it wasn't.
Maybe they're Marvel fanboys.
It wasn't worse than Pixels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
When you do that,
well, could it be that just none of these most of these critics can't follow the story because they're not comic book fans?
Yeah, I mean there is an element of that. Like a lot of people have especially with Superman, they have a
bias.
A bias because it's like their Superman they know is Christopher Reeve, and that Superman has been gone a long time. So when they don't see that true blue, Superman, then they like, well, who is this? He's too
real.
Dark.
He's not this perfect.
It's like, well, that's the Superman from the comics. It's been around for a while now. So
but I guess that's why they didn't give Smallville Tom too much guff about being Superman. Then
he was more of that traditional, But that's it. That's just it, though. A lot of these like storylines, especially because there's a lot of stuff in Batman vs Superman. It is really comic booky, really comic book stuff. So.
I mean, if that's the case, and this is just me spitballing, but if that's the case, why don't we get like reviews from opposite ends? Like maybe from the same company, a comic book fan will review this movie. Someone that really loves it is in DC.
You know why?
And then a casual person will review it.
No, dude. This is simply why it's not done that way. If it was a straight to DVD or Blu-ray release, then it would probably be our people doing it. But since it's released in the movie theaters, that gives it carte blanche for anybody to jump in.
And most
who's gonna
comic booky YouTubers that I watch, they love that stuff. They love that in Batman vs Superman. But you can't just give Batman vs Superman a pass either. Like you still have to be a fun movie for everybody else. You can't just cater to the comic book audience because most of the audience is not comic book people. So.
Yeah, it's put out to the masses, so the masses should enjoy it. We were like it more, but
it's not put out to the masses until Static Shock is there.
I'm feeling a big lack of a guy that carries a Green Lantern. That's also like.
No. You know what? We already had Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds.
That no longer exists after Deadpool. After Deadpool, that no longer exists.
He no longer exists. Ryan Reynolds only belongs as Deadpool, so therefore
What you saying, Jay?
That never happened because Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. So stop.
Exactly.
On that Green Lantern Static Shock thing, the thing is with those characters like Green Lantern, that was their mistake, and I think people are finally they're finally owning up to it.
Mm-hmm.
As
I'm about
far
to piss all of you off.
as far as like Static Shock, that's why I tell people like this whole uh ridiculous fanboyism where you can't like both of them. Really, you can't really do that because we do have a movie that's going to be coming out that's going to be predominantly African American, and that movie has to do well.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I was
Black
gonna
Panther.
say yes, Black
It comes
Panther.
out in 2018.
Black Panther needs our love, people. Come on.
That movie has to
Not
do-
only Black Panther though, you got to go see Suicide Squad 2. You got to
yeah,
go see.
you got to.
Yes, yes.
If you
Suicide
want
Squad needs love too.
If you want
Exactly.
that, go theaters.
You have to go see
And,
these.
That's
and
what
this
you
is
gotta
just
do.
to piss you guys off. We need a Young Justice movie, but not the current Young Justice. Take it back. But a
Okay.
reboot.
But in all honesty, though, to if you want to get like movies like Static Shock, you have to go watch these. You have to watch them.
Yeah, because you got to
You have to
support.
watch them because they're not gonna do it. Hollywood's not gonna do it if they don't see that they can make money
Gotta
off
see
of
them
it.
dollars first.
Yeah.
Speak with your wallet, people.
I'm gonna troll a little bit more, and it's probably gonna make you guys cry. But if you even want a shit of a chance to ever see a fully realized, full-fledged Jubilee, you better invest.
Oh, and while we're on this, I just want to because Ghostbusters is out
That is sadly true.
Ghostbusters 2016. Let me rephrase that. That movie's out there, and Sony has done some nice reworking of the marketing and trying to make this a girl power thing. No. Don't. If you want to support women in movies and girl power, go see Wonder Woman. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's probably going to be
Yes.
leaps and bounds beyond Ghostbusters 2016. Like,
Yeah.
that's the movie you need to go see. Not
We need Gal Gadot
Oh,
kicking
you know what?
assets.
I want T and Jay. I want your opinion on something because this is something that's kind of bothered me, and it's among the girl power thing. So one of my favorite movie franchises, it's going to get a reboot in a sense. Ocean's 11, and it's going to be an all-female cast.
wait.
Wait, what?
Shut up.
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
they're doing it, T. I read it.
No. Come on now.
why'd you yell at me, dude?
No.
Jeez.
No, T, I'm dead serious. I just read this like 2 days ago, and that's
Yeah,
why I
so
put it on
we're
Google
gonna
Plus.
speed it.
But they're actually going to replace the cast with 4 women, which, like I said, I love the franchise. I have it. But I was like,
Same
I
here.
just don't want you just to put in from
I have all of
attractive
them.
women.
It's
Now,
too
if you bring
soon.
Yeah.
If you bring back Julia Roberts and Catherine Zeta, because they
What year was
the
Ocean's
original-
13?
That would make sure. That would make
2003?
sense. That would make sense, but they just add in, like, let's say, for instance, to piss you guys off, Olivia Munn and somebody
It's already a
else.
remake, by the way.
Yeah, it's like
Olivia Munn is perfect. You guys need to stop giving her so much hate.
I got one word for you, Psylocke. Piss off.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, don't.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm being facetious, you bastard. Continue.
No,
don't even-
Ocean's 13 was 2007.
Yeah. The thing about that, like you said, it is too soon. One, is too soon. Two, I don't care about the whole girl power thing if the story is good. If the story is good, I'll watch it.
Yeah, the story is good, the characters are good.
Yeah.
That's all I care
The whole
about.
thing is when they force a theme and it doesn't jive with the overall story, that's when there's a problem.
But see,
The problem
that's why I
is,
think that, to me, the story won't be good unless they include at least the 2 original women that were actually a part of it by Ocean's 13.
Yeah.
but that could be an issue. But my thing is, I don't care for the labeling of like the whole, because I think a lot of the reason why Ghostbusters caught a lot of flack because everybody saw what they did. It was basically just a gender swap movie.
Yeah.
Everybody saw that,
If
and
you ain't gonna add nothing new to it, like if he's just gonna say, "Oh, it's gonna be girls," and that's the thing, like that's to me
it.
that's lame.
yeah,
That's an insult to females.
it
If you
is.
ask me, like, because you basically you're just pandering,
Mm-hmm.
hoping to get women to come out instead of actually giving a good story and giving a good film.
Because if you do a good film, everybody will
If you
come
do
see
both,
it.
that's better. If you can do
Exactly.
film
But
and
that's
Strange
not just a
concept,
gender
right?
swap, but not just a gender swap, but the stereotype that they showed in the trailer. I haven't seen the
Right.
movie yet, but yeah, it was just
Oh
kind
my
of
goodness, yeah. Oh god, yeah.
See, that's where and I think Sony messed up in the fact that they tried to act like that's not what they were doing when everybody saw that's
They
exactly.
want to act all progressive, but
Yeah,
yet the
The
one person
contact
that's
with
not the
flies
scientist is the
spaghetti
black girl.
yeah.
Like,
I'm like,
and
don't
then
do that.
The one thing that
to
wasn't
me,
progressive was the plot.
hey,
right. And
Yeah,
to me, that felt just like what Michael Bay did with Transformers 2, with those
oh
two.
boy, oh man, no, don't bring that up, bro.
don't.
Oh god, why'd
Don't
you have
bring
to
that
bring
up.
those two
Bay
up?
is on punishment. Michael Bay is on punishment.
You got a robot with a gold tooth. Oh man, oh man.
And the
Well, I
worst,
mean,
Hey, it was either that or
technically
keep
they're made
Megan
out of
Fox, man.
metal, so I'm
and the,
just,
and the worst slang in America. I don't like. Oh my god, like, I don't even think real thugs talk that bad.
No, they
Like,
don't.
I don't know
I'm
any.
like,
I mean, not that I would be associated with such individuals, but they wouldn't talk like that. Just saying.
I may
Gangster
have a,
Transformers or Megan Fox? Which one you gonna pick?
I may have a few in the family, but they they don't act like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Doc, I'll put it to you like this: if they have a good story for it, I'm all on. I'm
All for it. If it's
that
like a
first
nice
trailer.
popping,
It,
you know,
yeah, if that first
clever.
trailer is anything kind of like that first Ghostbusters trailer where you knew what was up from the first 30 seconds of that trailer, then yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's like they didn't even know their own source material. 4 scientists. No, it wasn't 4 scientists. It was 3. Like they don't. That was an insult to the fans right there. You started off the trailer with an insult.
We need to stop having people who don't read comics to make comic book movies.
Well,
Dude, get over that. That's not gonna happen.
that's not gonna happen.
I know that, but I'm just saying. I mean,
And that's not always a bad thing. I mean,
okay, well,
It is
What do
like
you mean?
20th Century Fox.
okay,
right, well, yeah, well, yeah.
but
one movie title, Dragon Ball Evolution.
Okay, but in
Okay,
Chef's
we done.
defense, can we at least have it to where if you don't read the comics, tell me you've seen the last classic movie?
Mhm.
Like,
At least
okay,
that, yeah.
at least give me that. If you didn't read the comics and the comic book fans, the director, okay, I get it. That's just not you, even though you paid to do a job.
Well,
But can
then
you at least watch
again,
the first Ghostbusters? Can you do that?
that's what brought us Superman Returns. So
Yeah.
that isn't always working.
Touche.
He watched the last classic movie too much. That was the
Yeah.
problem with that one. So
Too many goddamn times.
too many times.
So,
It was
yeah,
infatuated
I don't know what to say. Like the Ghostbusters thing, they just should have. If they really wanted to be progressive, they could have found 20 different ways to do that.
with it.
But they just didn't. They what they wanted to do was make a.
A buck.
It was a cash grab. It was
Cash grab for the win.
It was a gender
What?
swap cash grab.
Well, it actually flopped because I think I just read an article yesterday where, like, so far, I think it still hasn't made back its budget yet.
Yeah, but they're still going ahead with the sequel, which I don't know how they're gonna do that, but whatever. That being said, the last movie I want to talk about from Comic-Con, and this is because this movie is just freaking crazy.
I love it, kind of.
The King Arthur one, the Guy Ritchie directed King Arthur one with Jude Law and your boy from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I saw that, and to me, I'm a bit intrigued. I'm not hyped, but it seems interesting for now.
They just can't seem to get that right.
I just want him to put his hand to his chest and scream out, "Excalibur, be my strength!"
I don't know if anybody wants King Arthur. I don't know.
I don't think anybody would catch that, but yeah.
I don't think anyone's wanted King Arthur since the King Arthur cartoon back in the day.
Right.
Well,
Like, I just because we had the one with what's his name?
Clive Owen.
Clive Owen, right? And
Yeah.
nobody saw that.
Yeah, nobody saw that.
And I feel like I don't know. I don't know if this is the right time or they don't have a good enough story or cast. Like because what you just said, not Clive Owen, dude from Sons of Anarchy and Jude Law, they ain't doing nothing for me. They're doing nothing, absolutely nothing for me for this movie. I would actually like to see Jude Law maybe go for James Bond, but that's another thing.
Yeah, it's a whole other story. But the thing that got me intrigued about it was the use of magic in it, because they did a lot of magic in that trailer. Now,
Okay, so there was more fantasy in it.
yeah, but here's the problem: the way they made it seem like that could be a dream sequence.
Oh no.
And if that's the case, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh no.
Because when you see the trailer, you see all this cool magic and all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. They had the whole pulling the Excalibur out of the stone, all that. That's cool. But for some reason,
He says like I woke up or something like that.
yeah, it for some reason they made it seem like all that could be in a dream sequence.
Yeah.
And if all of that is in a dream sequence, that is going to be atrocious to me.
For me, it's hard to top Excalibur from the '80s. Like that's been my main thing with.
First Night is my close second.
And First Night, exactly. First Night.
Night is my close
Like you
second.
gotta have
First
the right
Night was the
guy.
business.
You gotta have the right dude to play King Arthur.
Yeah,
And Sean Connery was the right dude to play the older King Arthur. Like
It was Sean Connery.
It was Sean Connery, right? So,
Sean Connery.
Has Sean Connery ever been a bad fit for anything?
I'm not feeling the cast, man.
I think Sean Connery could play a gangster in a movie.
I
I
would
was gonna
love
say he
him to
did that,
play
but no, he was a cop in what was the movie?
Untouchables.
Untouchables. Thank
I
you.
want him to play the good guy at first, and then you find out he's really the main bad guy in a movie. Just once. Just once.
Sean Connery's done with acting, man. He done.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah, I know
retired
he's
after,
done.
the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen sent him packing from Hollywood.
Although I will say that's one of my guilty pleasures, though.
It is mine too. I will watch that movie when it comes on. I realize that it's bad.
I like it too. It's really
I
good.
still enjoy it.
I'm not. Well, I'm not saying I like the movie. I mean, I may have the Blu-ray, but I don't say.
You got the Blu-ray. I got the DVD, so.
What you're saying is you hated somebody.
He's high rolling over here for those extra pixels. High rolling.
everybody has like 3 or 4 movies that
Oh yeah.
they
They might be ashamed to mention.
Who has the Dead or Alive movie? Who has it?
I don't.
I do.
Oh, Dead or Alive? No, I can't do that. That's one thing. That's one guy I can't do.
Man,
I
at
do.
the time, I like Jamie Priestley, man. Jamie Priestley is a cool actress, man.
Okay,
I still. You know what?
I got one guilty pleasure
House
that
of
is
the
a
Dead.
universal flop, and you guys probably won't believe this, but I do like this movie. Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
I do too.
Final Fantasy Spirits Within. I think
The story was
wonky.
the story was crap,
Yeah.
but the
Visually
visuals
and-
still stand up today.
Yeah, I like it. Still, yeah.
My whole thing is, if it did not have Final Fantasy in it, I would like it. But
No, I don't
because
think that was the problem. I wasn't
No,
looking
no.
for. I think the problem
Let me
was
finish.
higher spirits and all that nonsense. That was
No. But, I mean, it was garbage too. But the whole thing is, I was so hyped with Final Fantasy 6 and Final Fantasy 7, and they're making a movie, and I'm like, yes. And then I saw it, and I'm like,
and of course they had to kill off even the CG black man.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh,
Even
come
the
on,
CG brothers
guys.
don't you can't get a pass, man. Even the CG. So
Oh my
It was
God!
Ving
See?
it was Ving Rhames.
it being Rames of all black dudes too. Like, come on.
It's Ving Rhames.
Dudes
No,
don't touch it.
well,
You just had to bring that up, didn't you? T? You just had to bring that up.
I couldn't let it slide because I just.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fan of
on a
American.
lighter note,
I'm a fan of American Ninja.
American who?
it's
American Ninja. You remember American
I'm
Ninja?
not, I am not gonna front. I love the American Ninja.
Hey,
So
I loved it.
are some of the best comedies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
Those movies are horrible.
American Ninja 2? Oh my goodness.
No, 3.
When-
3 went to he died.
There are certain movies that are so horrible it's good.
hey, I got one for you though. Don't be a menace.
Don't be a
Excited
menace.
about drinking your juice in the hood.
Don't be a menace is not a
Open bar.
guilty pleasure. That's a great comedy.
Yeah, that's
Heck yeah. I
message.
love it.
Message.
No. And I'm sorry, man. But that whole dashiki sex scene, man.
Yeah.
You
Oh
had
my
to pull it out. It's like,
What, and she pulling out the Mike Tyson drawers and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Yo, that was greatness. That was greatness.
Oh, that was awesome. Okay, guys, that's gonna do it for tonight's episode. Hope you guys.
What a way to end it. Mike Tyson drawers.
Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We're gonna get out of here.
Hold on, Jay.
That's right. I got a Dratini to catch, so y'all
Hold on,
need to just wrap this up.
we forgot one thing though, Jay. It's,
What's
it's
up?
something you've been wanting to talk about for a while.
What?
That new Fantastic Four.
The what?
Yeah, so as I was talking about, I got a Dratini to catch because you can only catch him at night. So
Hold on. You want me to talk about that atrocity?
Yeah.
yeah, so
You say.
as I was saying, I gotta catch a Dratini, and I'm sure you guys gotta go watch something. I don't know what, but
Well,
That was a decent movie for
that's
about
like 5 hours of
40 minutes.
review, and I don't have time to do that right now. So
Yeah, that.
you don't want me to do that right. You really don't want me to do that right now.
Yeah, let's just stick with the Mike Tyson draws and get on out of here, man.
Yeah. So, people, that's gonna be our.
but you know what,
You know what?
Doc, that sounds like a great challenge we could do later. I'm gonna watch the new movie. You watch the Fantastic Four. Wow.
Wow.
Doc, I'll give you this. I'll do it next week.
Okay.
I'll do it next week.
And I want you and T.
I got to
do
review it too.
Inception.
Why you trying to do that to me, man?
Yeah, what?
Hey, look. Hey, I have to admit, I love your guys' perspective. I love your show. It's just me being a fan, and I wish you did it more often. To be honest, I know y'all are busy, but the hell with your schedules. I want to hear more.
Okay, we'll do it next week.
I have to agree with Dr. Feelgood. I do enjoy watching y'all first takes.
Oh boy, see what they making us do, T.
You see what they doing to us? Man?
And look, I put in what
You
like
enjoy
3
it,
or 4
but you
requests.
used to not enjoy it. That's what
I even wrote Jay, press like Jay, could you do Inception? Can you do Cloud Atlas? Like I would like you to do these movies if you don't mind. He's like,
I can do Inception. That's cool.
I ain't doing Cloud Atlas.
But
I'm
Cloud
not
Atlas,
doing Cloud
man, I
Atlas.
don't know about that one, bro.
I'm not doing Cloud
What
Atlas.
about the Hercules movies?
Oh.
Oh.
Both of them are garbage. So.
That's why I grouped them together.
All right, T, we're gonna have to talk about this with these.
We'll figure this out.
Yeah. So, but one thing I will not compromise on, I'm not doing Cloud Atlas.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us to waterboard ourselves while we're at it?
But yeah, that's
Waterboarding is not that bad, people.
that's
no.
our show. That's our show for the night, people. Shep, you got anything you wanna pimp out, Shep?
No, I have a couple ideas, but too many bumpy stuff. I'll let you guys know this Sunday, hopefully. I'm trying to square some stuff up.
All right, Doc, you got anything you want to pimp out?
Yeah, well, I just did OGL number 25 earlier today. I'm doing the editing right now, so
Without me, you
OGL
bastard.
It's gonna be a little restructuring, but yeah, I think you guys will like it. And I'm just started a short little mini series of my prescription videos about basically no risk in the industry and how it hurts it. So there should be another 2 or 3 videos coming out about that. So look out for it.
All right, T, anything you want to pimp?
Yeah, look forward to the General Ass Hurt weekly report. A lot of stuff. It sounds like a joke, but it's not. A lot of stuff came out this week in gaming, so be looking forward to General Ass Hurt's take, and also Nintendo
What happened to Squeaks?
Saltcast number 1 is coming. Nintendo Saltcast episode 1.
That means I'm invited, right?
Oh no, it's already done.
Oh shit.
It's not what you think it is. I'll just say
And
that.
you're not salty enough anyway, Doc. So just shut your face.
All right, Shadow.
Oh, not much. Just over here, playing Killer Instinct still. So mics are gonna be hot. Sorry.
Damn, you banging on them buttons hardcore, son.
Yeah, I gotta do it. I want to get rid of these buttons so I can buy some Samuel ones, but it is what it is. I have promised to do some videos. Those videos still haven't appeared. Deal with it. Pretty much all I
Real
have
quick,
about that.
real quick, Shadow. Is that a Hori fighting stick you're using?
It is. One that
Okay, because I was thinking about getting one. So, but I don't know much about him.
And wow, the way he tapping that ass, he's pouring it out.
Shadow Fox is
That sounds sturdy, so it
writing
can
a
handle
novel.
it.
Yeah, it's sturdy. Yeah. Do you play games to have fun or impress other people or some shit? That's pretty much all I got at this point.
Wow.
Okay.
For me, this Tuesday, hopefully everything goes all right. We're gonna talk about some retro gaming with the Endcast. So talk about the good, the bad of retro gaming and how it's evolving to gaming now.
All right, cool. Me, I don't have much. You'll probably get some I Am Setsuna gameplay. I haven't been feeling too well lately, so some of my podcast stuff is probably not going to come out for a while. So bear with me, and I should have everything hopefully about a month or two. Hopefully, I'll be back to fighting shape. So catch you guys next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out, peeps.
All
Hey,
right.
later, guys. Y'all having fun?
Yeah.
Not liking
Team
Nintendo and
Cali,
playing Pokemon Go?
I'm about to catch Major Tina. I know what y'all talking about.
Team Cali.